What's going on, everybody? Welcome to what I think is going to be a super special video. I have two really special people with me. I said special twice already. This is going to be great. I just know it's going to be awesome. We have Ivory Harvey and Benjamin Williams with me to talk about what I think is going to be a fantastic partnership. But before we dive into this a bit, I want to have you all present to everyone watching sort of who you are and what you do here at Xbox. Starting with you, Ivory.
Yeah, so as Malik said, my name is Ivory Harvey. I am one of the PMs for the Xbox Ambassadors program.
Awesome. Ben?
I'm the community program manager for Gaming for Everyone at Xbox.
All right, as I said, very important people. Now we're here to announce something, a really cool partnership today. One of you want to tackle what we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about how Ambassadors and Gaming for Everyone are combining forces and working together in the future and how we build that community together, which is really exciting.
Right. So, Ben, let's talk about G4E a bit.
Yeah.
When we were talking about this yesterday, you kind of described it as not an initiative, but a philosophy. Tell us a bit about what that means, what the distinction is there.
Yeah, I think the easiest way to say it is that Gaming for Everyone is our commitment to make Xbox a place where everyone has fun. Mm-hmm. Everyone.
Right.
But of course, that acknowledges that there are some people that might not be having fun for various reasons. But that's why it's not an initiative or a single program, because there are so many different facets to how Xbox brings fun to our players, which is what the business is all about, that every single team that touches our customers, which is every team, has to look at what they're doing, how they're creating our products and services for our fans, and making sure that they aren't unintentionally putting up barriers to fun. And so we work to encourage everyone to proactively, intentionally include, because if we don't, we will unintentionally exclude.
Yeah, I can totally agree with that. Now, Ivory, what has sort of this new shift, what does it mean for you as someone who kind of works here and is entrenched in running a community program?
Yeah, so I think that the direction that we're heading within the Ambassador program really brings to life some of the things that Gaming for Everyone is trying to inspire within the Xbox organization and with our products and services that we ship to our customers. We really see our ambassadors as community stewards who help create welcoming spaces for new players, who help reduce toxicity, and really act as community leaders who help exemplify what it means to be an awesome member of the gaming community and bringing that love and passion that they have for Xbox to everyone they connect with. So our ambassadors traditionally have been these amazing individuals in the Xbox Live ecosystem and across different social channels, really helping provide insight and tips and tricks and knowledge to their fellow gamers. In addition, how do we also partner with Gaming for Everyone to make sure that the places that we're highlighting and the things that we're sharing with our ambassadors and then sharing with the wider Xbox community at large is all in lockstep and all in alignment so that we can make this awesome gaming experience together? Because when we work together, I think really magical things can happen.
Exactly. It's kind of like that thing that we launched, the commercial, the sort of campaign of when everyone plays, we all win.
Really hit you in a place that you were really excited about Microsoft. And that's one of the things too, is I'm really excited to come to work every day because of what we're doing. Leveraging the ambassador program and utilizing our ambassador community in this way. It's so cool.
Yeah. I'm curious though, as a gamer, what were some of the motivations? I'm sure there have been experiences or just things that you've seen that sort of motivated you, and really when you got the job, you're like, I'm driven to do this.
I'm a queer identified person, and so there's always that thing about like when you don't see yourself in the game, it's like a little bit harder to connect to it. Mm-hmm. And so it's not until you have that moment when you do see yourself in the game that you realize just how much you were missing. I want to tell stories. I want people to have their stories told. I want people to have that moment where they see themselves in a game and feel like they're a part of something bigger.
Yeah. For me, I used to bring in the official Xbox magazine. One of the things that I noticed when I would be flipping through the magazine is that there weren't any execs or employees that sort of looked like me. And that was really sort of impactful. And it wasn't until I kind of got here and saw the new focus and saw how much Microsoft is making it a point to build representation that it really hit me. So I can imagine how important it is to sort of, as we work with ambassadors, bringing in new people, how important it is to shape what their views are and their perspective on it. So, So Ben, tell us about where do you see G4E in 5 years from now?
I think that if you look at Phil's DICE speech, and he talks about trying to reach 2 billion gamers, right? That is really that is the long vision of like what we're thinking about when gaming for everyone, is because if we're reaching 2 billion gamers across the planet, like we're all human and we're all gamers, but like we're all going to have and want different things. You know, like whether it's the type of device you're playing on or the type of game that you're wanting to play or the stories that you want to hear, people from around the world are going to want different experiences. And so as we are expanding the business, we need to gain visibility to what our customers want from all across the globe.
Yeah, 100%. And that's kind of where the ambassadors come in, because if you think about sort of it as a scaling thing, our community members are in the community and able to sort of relay the message that we want, hopefully everyone to get. And so this is where ambassadors come in and how they can help with G4E.
Exactly. And really seeing this awesome work that the Gaming for Everyone team is doing and partnering with our studios and product group. And one of the things that your team says a lot, but that I also love, is if you feel welcome, you come, and if you feel safe, you stay. And I love that. And when we did some user research with our ambassador community, that was one of the natural things that just got brought up, which just further shows our awesome alignment between these two teams.
But no, that's 100% true. When I play video games, I was actually playing one of the Battle Royale games, and there was this person I was playing with who just won their first game in Battle Royale. And Battle Royales are typically so hard to win. And so
You're just feeling on top of the moon?
Yeah, and I could see that they only had one win, and so I sent them a message saying, good game.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it takes, is for you to sort of reach out. And ambassadors are so great at doing that, so great at making people feel welcome. So if we can get more ambassadors sort of on this journey with us, imagine like the work that we can do on gaming in general.
That's a great story. Just like your simple act of noticing something awesome and just saying, hey, good game.
Yeah.
How simple that is, but how big of an impact you made on someone.
100%.
How cool is that?
And it makes you feel good too, selfishly, in a way. So
Intrinsic.
I am super happy for ambassadors to sort of hear about this new direction and this partnership with G4E and see what comes of it. So now to cap this off, how can gamers learn more about G4E?
Well, honestly, if we're doing our job well, you don't even know we're there, because every team at Xbox is living that ethos of being inclusive. And so if you want to learn more about us, just look into Xbox.
I love that. For the Ambassadors program, sort of how can people join?
Yeah, so you can join the Ambassador program and learn more at ambassadors.xbox.com or follow us across our social channels on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Xbox Ambassadors.
Oh, so cool, so cool. This has been fantastic. I think a lot of gamers are really excited, are going to be really excited about this new partnership and really excited to, do some really good within the community. So thank you both, Ivory and Ben, for stopping by. Absolutely. And thank you so much for watching.